Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm out here on the old Pan-America. Some friends of mine told me there was possibly another little campground being built out here off of this road, so I thought I'd cruise over here and see if maybe I could see one possibly going in somewhere. I was told they had one set up and several lots lotted off to put more on. I don't know. We're going to find out. Looks like somebody's... Oh, yeah, okay. I do see it now. Check it out. Right here in front of me. That's not too bad. Looks like they're doing quite a bit of work out there. So it looks like they're going to have several places for them. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And I noticed over here on this side, these little buildings back here. I'm going to drive back here real quick so you can see them. These things up here were basically abandoned at one point. We'll get up here where you can see them a little better here in just a second. But they were basically abandoned and just left to rot. And it looks like to me somebody's invested a little bit of money in them. Yeah, see there? That's pretty cool. I always thought it was a neat little design. They're all three of them are basically exactly the same. But that's pretty cool that somebody's come back and invested some money back into them instead of just letting them rot to the ground. All right, we'll move on down the road here. I've seen somebody open that road up down there. That used to be closed off where you couldn't even get down there. So now we can say we've seen the new campground that's going in. What they're doing is basically the same thing that Dave did with Sportsman's Lodge. Is they bought some just regular buildings, I call them sheds, and go in and put plumbing and wiring and insulation and sheetrock and turn them into a little cabin down here at the lake, which is pretty cool, really. Let's go down towards what used to be Island del Sol. Now, they took the ferry out and brought loads and loads of rock and done away with the ferry completely. They built a road going out to that. Well, we'll go out there just for grins. I haven't been out there in a long time. I just will get out and adventure on the bike today. You know, it's a beautiful day. I'm looking at 66 degrees. Wait a minute. Let's see. I got to go this way. It's been too long since I've been out here. I don't hardly remember. But it's a beautiful day. I mean, you can't ask for better weather. I actually did lose one of the jackets I had. I decided that it was warm enough that I didn't need that extra layer. 66 is not bad, even if you're riding a bike. Island del Sol is a structure that's big enough that if you're standing on Bagnell Dam looking upriver, you can actually see it at a distance. And that's kind of what made me think, well, I'll just buzz over there, check it out, let you guys see it. You kind of hate to see the ferry go goodbye, but it was cool, you know, hey, you got to get on this ferry to go to our place, blah, 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 but it's condos that's out there. That's what we're going to go out there and see now. It's basically, that's all it is condos. And as you can tell, we're on blacktop. This used to be gravel. And like I said, they've been coming around and putting blacktop down on all these little gravel roads, and much before long, I won't have any off-road adventures, if you will. I mean, there's still some out here that I get to enjoy, but it's not very many. A buddy of mine, he picks on me all the time. Oh, see you on gravel roads all the time. You said there ain't none. Well, there typically ain't. Because of that, just to go down a gravel road can be kind of boring, but I do a lot of that when we do the adventure plus each year on the bikes. But all right, that's Island del Sol right out there. When I get down here a little closer, I'll show you where they took the ferry out and started dumping rock. But it literally was an island. As soon as we go around this corner and start to go down, you'll be able to see where it was closed off. All right, that right up there, as you can see, is where they started dumping rock. Now, I don't have a gate code, so there's no point in going out there, but it was a really cool deal. The ferry shack used to be here, and then the ferry used to just pull right up to about where the sign is. I'm going to say right in here. And then they would take you across, same scenario over there. But I remember circling around this in a boat many times over the years. There's a boat out there now, fishing boat. But that's definitely an improvement for those guys out here. I've always enjoyed being at the lake. It's just kind of calming. Oh, guess I need to go to first gear, don't I? Well, that's odd. Thought I was in first. I guess I idled down that hill in third gear. Sometimes you have a retarded moment. That was my moment. This is a little restaurant right here. It's changed names so many times I can't keep up with it, so I don't know what it's actually called now. But a lot of people go in. You can see it right there where them wave runners were. There is so many roads out here that buzz around this lake, you would not even believe it. I could probably make 100 videos just on driving around the area on a bike like this and just cruising around these neighborhoods and showing you homes. And I mean homes stacked on top of homes, one after another, never ending. And I think there's 11, almost 1,200 miles of shoreline out here at the lake. So I can tell you, there's a lot of roads. You get on up towards the upper end of the lake, closer to Warsaw, you're definitely going to have less blacktop. Because that area up there is truly fishing, old community, don't care if we change attitude. Down here, on this end where we live, is kind of a more big money. Now that doesn't mean that we have big money. It just means that we're on the big end of the lake where there's more money to be used and used for the lake. And people just enjoy coming down here. And this is more of the happening hotspot for them. They got all kinds of homes. There's A-frame homes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4. There's 5. There's 5 A-frames. 6 A-frames right here. 6, 7, 8. 8 A-frames right here in a row. There's a lot of A-frames on this side of the lake as well. And it's not just right here. There's another one. There's 9. It's in many different locations. Come in, throw yourself up a floor and start throwing raptors up, you know. So we'll go on down here on this side and tool it around it a little bit. Old Lexus. A 450H. Those are nice cars. We actually have one. For an SUV, it's a cool SUV. But hey, here we're on a Harley. We're on a Harley-Davidson Pan-America. This was something that was a game changer for Harley. And, you know, they're putting the same motor in their Sportsters. I don't know how many different variations they'll have of this particular engine before it's all said and done with, but Harley's trying to make some changes, and they have to meet the new younger generation coming in. A lot of that younger generation don't care about that twin-cylinder rumble. I mean, I personally liked it. I have it. I've had one and loved it. Lotto Marina. I haven't been down this way in, I want to say, probably 4 or 5 years. I just figured I'd run down here. But you guys see what I'm seeing. It's just an adventure. Oh, there's definitely some construction going on way over through there. That's cool. I'll get over there and see that here in just a moment. Dry Branch Cove. If you wanted to be at the lake and live a little cheaper, these homes up here on these hills, you can get them at a reasonable price. You really can. Now this guy has definitely shaved off a lot of woods and done this, because that didn't look like that before. It's a road, so I think we might just go down it. Lost Breeze Circle. We'll just cruise around this circle. We get run out, we get run out, but don't say no trespassing. There's a nice little building down there. They're definitely developing. This is what I'm talking about. This is what they do. They come in here, they buy these up, and they start developing, and it's just that much more niceness at the lake. And there's for sale. Looks like somebody owns this in here now. Well, let's see here. Sometimes I have to question whether I should go down some areas, because I don't know my turning around situation. And I'm a little short-legged guy, and this bike is tall. Some more home. I tell you what, they're going to have some massive steps going down to that water. No doubt about that. But they'll overcome it. That's what they like. I guarantee you this old boy's got a lot of steps going down to his dock. Lot 5 here, that's for sale. This guy's got a foundation right here we're coming up on now. And then there's a new one being built beside it. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Like I said, I was over there on that ridge up there when I saw this. Figured I'd come check it out. Look how the houses are just stacked in there like cordwood. I can't say anything, because that's pretty much the way my home is. I got one on each side of me. It's not the country life that I really like, but yet my neighbors are never there. They only come down in the summertime, and it's usually just on a weekend type thing. So I very rarely see them. So it's like I still have my peace and solitude, and I get to hang out and visit with them whenever they do come down, which is kind of cool. This says it dead ends, but does it really? We'll just see if it really does dead end. I don't think it does for a while. That's the Osage River arm right there. It's hard to see because the house is in here, but this would be a pretty good view. I'll be able to see it here. You can see it. That goes all the way up, snakes around so much, and it goes up to Warsaw, Missouri. Pretty cool. You can tell that home is just destroyed, sitting there like that. Never got completed. Might as well tear it back down and start over. Well, it ain't a dead end yet now, is it? So let's move on. Private road, 10 mile an hour, no trespassing. There's some deer. 1, 2, 3. Come on, little buddy. Jump out there and run in front of me. No, there's a fourth one. 5, 6. There's several of them over here. There's 2. There's a couple that went up there. They're probably going to come down here and run out here too, but we'll see. That's pretty crazy. Excuse me. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a dead end. It looks like it just comes down here to several little homes. But it's still a pretty cool little place. I may go on down the hill down here and find a spot to turn around. Unless it circles around and comes back out, it might. And I see keep right, so I'm going to say it probably goes around and comes right back out. That's cool. That's pretty much why they said it was a dead end. Now the direction we're looking now on the river channel, that goes to Bagnell Dam. It's not that far away. I'm not going to take that low road. I'm going to stay up here. I know some friends of mine, Kenny and Debbie, they've got a couple homes right over here. Sorry about that. Got a cough. We'll head back out of here. Maybe the deer won't try to run over me this time. Little snow blade. One is John Deere. Sasquatch. As you can see, I'm kind of running around on the point there. I got a cough again. Sorry about that. That's a nice home down through there. Got a lot of rock going down that bank to get down to his dock. Some of these things are hard to see because right now we're up on a major bluff. Major bluff. And let me go up here to a little bit farther here and I'll stop again. So, yeah, maybe I need to go a little farther. Can't see it there either. Well, I'll just have to point it out. Different location. Okay, maybe here. If you look through that way at the river channel, as soon as you go around that bend, to the left is the famous horny toads. So that's about 7 mile marker. Pretty sure these just are dead ends, so I'm not going to go down them, but you get that's an old home there. 2 of them. Could probably buy something like that and completely remodel it. Another structure going up down there. I like them old rock homes. It's pretty cool. It's not something you probably want to live in every day unless you really do a lot of work. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed and you enjoy my content, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. And I'll leave a link in the bottom of the description of the DJI unit that I use, DJI Action 5, the mic minis, and my little Neo that I got. And I don't believe I have it, but I also have the Garmin Zumo. I like this unit, XT. Got it, and then we've got the Zumo XT2 on my son's Africa Twin. I like it. I've had them both. I know there's also the Garmin Tread. I haven't gotten that one, but a buddy of mine's got it, and he loves it, uses it all the time. And I think he's even got the newer version of that as well now. But these are really nice to have when you're running an adventure bike. So anyway, guys, like I said, I appreciate y'all watching, and stay tuned for the next video to come out. Have a great day.